Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, no, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Hey everybody, the Saxophone Oracle here. Hope you're having a great week. This week I'm bringing you the first of what will be a series of videos on what I like to call Limitation Improvisation Exercises. So the acronym L.I.E. But I'm very, very excited about this because I love these types of exercises, because not only are they fantastic for the beginning improviser, but they are also tremendously useful for the more advanced improvisers as well. So what is L.I.E. and how does it work? Well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. So Limitation Improvisation Exercise. So over time, I'm going to present you with a series of exercises that focus specifically on one part of improvisation. And then we're going to put some rules on what we can do, some parameters. We're going to put ourselves in a little box, if you were. And I know many of you are already thinking, but Oracle, man, you can't put limitations. Improvisation's all about freedom and creativity, man. You got to think outside the box. And incidentally, I hate that saying, think outside of the box. I think it's so overused and ridiculous. But stay with me for a second, because there are two main reasons why I believe it's so useful to put these kind of limitation exercises into our practice. One, for the beginning improviser, there's just way too many things to think about. So by narrowing the focus onto one or two specific things, all of a sudden the idea of practice and improvising becomes much less overwhelming. And two, for the more advanced improvisers among us, well, we already have a million tools in our tool belt that we can use, but we experience a different type of problem. We tend to get stagnant, we get bored, we become uninspired with our own playing. And all too often it's because we have certain tendencies. We default to certain patterns or do similar things all the time when we're improvising. So by putting strict limitations on what we can do for the purposes of practice, all of a sudden it forces us to be much more creative and do away with our old habits. I've done one video like this before. It was called the 3-Chord Blues Challenge. And it's really the perfect example of what L.I.E. is. In that video, I challenge you, the viewer, to try improvising over a 3-chord blues, but the only notes you're allowed to use are the chord tones of the chord you happen to be on. So there's no passing tones, there's no licks, there's no blues scales, there's none of that. And this is fantastic for the beginner improviser because it helps ingrain the arpeggios and the chords of the song, and it gives them the semblance of what it feels like to play chord changes. And then for the advanced improviser, well, good luck coming up with a melodic and musical solo when you don't have any of your tricks that you can use, right? You're limited, and it really forces you to be creative. I just love these exercises. This week's limitation improvisation exercise is very, very simple. What I'd like you to do is take any song that you're currently working on, and the limitation you're going to put on yourself while improvising is limiting your range to 1 octave. And I'd suggest you try this in different parts of the horn. So for a while, practice limiting yourself to the lowest octave of the horn. Then move it to the highest octave of the horn. Then do something in the middle. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use the tune All the Things You Are. And the range I'm going to give myself is from low G, we'll call it G1, to middle F sharp, we'll call it F sharp 2. I'm the Saxophone Oracle. I'm really excited about these exercises. I hope you are too. I'd love to hear from anyone who's tried this week's out. And of course, if you have any ideas for these kind of exercises, don't be shy. Drop me a line either by email or in the comments. And any of the ones that I think are really interesting, I'd be happy to make a video and demonstrate them at some point down the line. As always, thank you so much for continuing to watch. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share these videos with your friends. All of these little things make it easier for the channel to grow. It makes it easier for others to find the content that I'm producing. I wish you a great week. Happy practicing. See you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.